Memories of Ricepaper. Well, I remember the first Ricepaper meeting I had ever gone to. I took the number 25 bus, which goes up to UBC but passes Main Street, and the meeting was at a coffee shop that's still actually open called The Grind. It's actually quite close to here where we are today at Pulpfiction Books. It's just like up the street. And so sitting on the bus, and there was a girl on the bus who was dressed really cool, and I was like, I want to be that girl's friend. But you know, you don't just like approach people on buses to be like, hi, I want to be your friend. But she got off at the stop I was getting off at, and then we're walking to the Grind, and I realized, oh, this person is involved with Ricepaper. So I met one of my very best friends, whose name is Andrea Jin, who now works as a producer for CBC3 Radio because of Ricepaper. And at that same meeting, we just got talking about Chinese school, and a group of us had all done Chinese school. And so we decided to make a chapbook together called the Duotang Dynasty about our Chinese school adventures. So I have very fond memories of like volunteering for Ricepaper. And they don't trust my intentions. They're right. What started all this was a problem with taxes. I hadn't been paying my fair share. Then the authorities caught on, so Mom devised a plan for me to catch a rich gentleman and get him to settle my debts for me. The zipper on my dress is stuck. You've gotten fat. I told you not to eat the pasta last night. We're in an impasse. I start thinking that maybe this is a sign I shouldn't get married. But this doesn't stop Mom. Nothing stops her. She tugs. The zipper gives way. As I walk down the aisle, I marvel at the obscene floral arrangements. The bridesmaids all look like sausages encased in giant frills. I chose their dresses. I must be a misogynist.
Well, I've been invited a couple of times to appear at a big festival that gets hosted in Vincennes every 2 years called the Festival America. France has a huge interest in literature from North America, and they publish tons of North American books in translation. And so I was fortunate enough with Dead Girls to go to this festival, and the second time I went to the festival I gave a keynote address about the city of Vancouver and what it was like to be a writer in Vancouver, and the speech went over so well that they said, hey, would you like to come and live in France for 4 months? And of course I said yes. Who wouldn't want to live in France for 4 months? And so my husband, who's also a writer, John, and I, we moved to France for 4 months with our dog, who was 16 years old, and we wrote and we met other French writers and artists, and I taught in the French schools and met lots of French people who are interested in creative writing because they don't teach creative writing in France, so it was a whole new thing. And it was a great experience. I got to work really hard on my own writing, but also really connect with people in the community there. Disappointment with a scowl. Henry aims his binoculars at the beauty salon across the road, his back a defiant sharkskin wall. She refuses to look in the same direction, focuses instead on the sidewalk's crowd of bodies. Don't pout, it's not ladylike. I don't want to be ladylike, you don't say. She's just across the street. Is your eyesight that bad? I like to see her face. It tells me what she's thinking. He lowers his binoculars. After Tuesday, I'll bring it, I promise. Why Tuesday? He settles the binoculars in his lap. Okay, now you're getting on my nerves.
I go to readings and I think I have too short of an attention span to really listen, and I go to a lot of them because I have friends who put out books, and I was hoping I would be able to do a book in which my friends wouldn't have to hear me read from it, and you know, I don't think I would be invited to read from this book if I didn't read, if I hadn't previously written books of fiction where I did readings in the past. Northern Dancer was stalking at 6. Onlookers in the infield skidded around across like ants along a picnic blanket. To follow the action, the scoundrel whom Northern Dancer had beaten the Florida Derby made his move. The scoundrel extended his stride to strip the lead from Mr. Rick. But here's the scoundrel going to the outside, and he's challenging now, said Kay Wood-Ledford, the radio announcer. And Royal Shock dropped back. And here's coming on is Northern Dancer third. Hardtack had been holding back Northern Dancer as he ran along the rail.
I wrote the book as part of a PhD that's neither a fun nor especially interesting fact. So instead, how about we go for, there's the opening piece in the book is called Dirty Dancing, and it's very, very, very loosely based on the plot of the film Dirty Dancing. And my interest in writing about that came about when I was a teenager and had a sleepover with friends, and my friends wanted to watch Dirty Dancing, but I didn't, but I got outvoted. And then my friends, they made me watch it 5 times in a row, and that's why I will always remember that film.
It's like Dirty Dancing torture.
It was. But then I came to voluntarily watch it for the purposes of writing the piece, so I tortured myself, but actually I came to respect the film. Mice, tits. You've got a special combination of bacon bits. 4. Open the door. 5, 6. Pick up chicks. Ass. Shitter. Banana. Fritter. 6, 7. Soon ye previn. 8. Mate. China. Plate. Kitchen sink. Chink. Ginger beer. Queer. A Chinese queer. A kitchen sink of ginger beer. Right, that's me.